Hi, my name is Devin Knight. I'm the training director here at Pragmatic Works, and welcome back to our series called Who Is, where you're learning a little bit about each of our Pragmatic Works employees. Today, and for the month of March, we're doing a Women in Technology series, and today we have Maggie Goodhart with us, and we're going to learn a little bit about what Maggie does and some more personal stuff as well. So Maggie, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about what you do here at Pragmatic Works.
Well, thanks, Dev. My name is Maggie Goodhart, and I'm an engagement manager here at Pragmatic Works. I manage client expectations and consultant expectations. A couple of things that I do that a client would see is I have check-in calls with them, make sure that everything's going well on their engagement and that the consultant has all the support that they need internally for any of their projects.
Great. So if you ever do any kind of consulting services with us, you're likely going to hear from Maggie or another engagement manager we have, Nikki. We'll likely interview her at some point as well. But you'll work pretty closely with them to make sure everything's on target and we're meeting expectations and things like that. She is the queen of detail and communication for sure. So Maggie, tell us a little bit. How did you come to Pragmatic Works? What was your path to get to where you're at now?
So I was a project manager for a company and really wanted to get into the IT field and explore a different industry. And I actually found Pragmatic Works on Indeed.com. This position was open and interviewed, and here I am today.
There we go. And you came from Atlanta, right?
I am originally from Atlanta, and my previous company moved me down to Jacksonville, and so I'm thankful for that opportunity that ended me here, and so that I could work for this great company.
That's awesome. So one of the things and I've mentioned this several times in these interviews, so they've heard me ask this question a lot, is a lot of times when you go out to work, after work, to a bar or to a restaurant or wherever with your coworkers, you hear a lot about usually work talk. They talk more about work. For this question, I want to hear a little bit more about personal life. What do you do? What's some of the things that you do in your spare time? What are some of the things that you're passionate about?
So I am very involved with my church, and I lead a small group, and I'm a Wombaland director for my church, which is the preschool. So a lot of my life outside of work is church, and just exploring different places and restaurants with my small group.
You're a foodie.
Oh, definitely. Need any recommendations in Atlanta or in Jacksonville, let me know.
Yeah, and you do. I think you mentioned too. You're with your church. You're involved with women's ministry and doing a women's conference. So you actually do a lot. Obviously outside of work, that keeps you pretty busy. And you're helping even, by the way, Maggie's helping with our local Sequel Saturday in Jacksonville. So we've tricked her into helping us with that. So looking forward to that as well. So let me ask you this. What is one of your favorite things about working at Pragmatic Works?
So I absolutely love the culture here at Pragmatic Works.
What is this?
What do you mean, what is this?
What is this?
Let me just tell you. These are 2 awards that I won, not to be vain or anything.
Yeah.
So.
I was expecting you to slam those down.
I'm sorry.
So what did you, so you mentioned, first of all, you mentioned culture. What is your favorite part about the culture here?
It is just a fun environment to work in, always a happy atmosphere, a lot of laughter and jokes, and everybody's really, really caring about you as a person and your personal life as well as seeing you succeed in your career. So.
Great. So one of the things that we do yearly at the end of each year, we have a Christmas party. We usually, we're in our home office in Jacksonville, Florida, so usually we'll actually do some kind of beach hotel where we'll have folks from out of town come, stay at the hotel, and we have a special award ceremony, oftentimes nicknamed the Praggies. I don't know if you've watched The Office, kind of like the Dundies. But Maggie actually won 2 awards this year, her first year. Tell us a little bit about these.
So I won the Rookie of the Year award, which is for
your stats.
No, I'm just way off the chart. But it was just recognizing one of the new hires for the year. And then I also won the Spirit Award, which is nominated. I was nominated and selected by the company
Peers
in Jacksonville as far as who lives out the company culture the best.
That's awesome. Congratulations on those. Now get those away from here.
Sorry.
No, we wanted to make sure Maggie's, like I said, just new with us, but she's new. I mean, you've been almost a year now. How long has it been?
It's like 7-8 months.
7-8 months, and has taken to the culture pretty quickly. Yes. Great. So, about some of your experiences here, what are some of the you mentioned the culture being fun. What are some of the most funny or fun experiences that you've had so far here at Pragmatic Works?
So the biggest thing that comes to my mind is that on my third day here, I had the joy of my cubicle being next to the printer. And
yes, we still have printers. Yeah,
yes, only one though. And Brian Knight deemed me the Chadster in charge of announcing whoever was coming to the printer.
Okay.
And it's a skit reference for SNL, but
okay. So Saturday Night Live skit. If it's like a mid early '90s skit with like Schneider, right?
Yeah. Late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, and so how does it go? So it's like I'm walking up to the printer.
So actually Devin walks up to the printer to get something off. I've only met him one time, and I say, "Oh, it's the Devster making copies." Turned bright red. I turned bright red. I just, I
look at her like, what is wrong with you?
I made my first friend at work go away. So, there's that.
Hey, but we will remember that forever, right?
Yes.
All right, so a little bit about your career. What are some of the things that are really needed and for someone maybe that also is looking at getting a project management or engagement manager type role, what are some of the things that are needed, some tips that you might give them for being able to have a career in what you're doing?
So I know it's cheesy, but communication is the key to success. And I really feel like you need to be able to communicate not only with your peers and the consultants in your group, but as well as your clients. And another thing is just being very detail oriented. We have so much going around us that we have to be on top of and make sure that we have everything all set and ready to go for engagements.
Yeah, and that's interesting too. You mentioned both those are really important. Obviously, you're a very detailed person. If you miss something, it can be pretty critical. Somebody maybe doesn't make it to their client side on time. Travel is a big thing. Everyone wants to book their travel as soon as possible. But you also mentioned communication. And there's a couple of different ways of communication. One with customers and one kind of internally. That's probably one of the big selling points of working at Pragmatic Works is the internal network that the consultants have to go back to talk to. Hey, I've run into this issue. How can I solve it? We have a pretty big network of consultants that communicate really well with each other and help solve each other's problems. So, absolutely. So, a little off script here. You have not seen this next question.
Oh no.
Intentionally, but I think it'll be fun.
Okay.
And so, what I'm going to ask you, and I want you to answer as fast as possible. Okay, so just whatever comes to your mind, first thing, you have to say it.
I'm real nervous.
Okay. And basically, I'm going to ask you your favorite things in different topic areas. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
I think so.
And you know what? You don't have to do as fast as possible. If you want to elaborate on some of these, because maybe you just feel like it's necessary to explain yourself, that's fine as well. So, how about your favorite food?
Definitely has to be like Chick-fil-A fried chicken.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That is pretty good. I like Chick-fil-A. How about your favorite movie?
Ooh, favorite movie. She's the Man with Amanda Bynes.
Okay.
Gets me every time.
Wow. Okay. Wow. All right. How about favorite childhood moment?
Oh my gosh, favorite childhood moment.
Yeah. Whoa. You weren't ready for that one, were you?
No, I was not.
I know a childhood moment of yours that has held on to you very deeply for a long time. It's actually, I wouldn't say your favorite, but maybe one of your more devastating ones that involves Santa Claus. You want to share that one for a moment, actually?
Oh, yes. So there was a lady, girl, first grade. We're sitting there across the table, and I won't name her because...
She might watch this.
No, she might watch this, or somebody that knows her. Anyways, she told me that Santa Claus was not real. Keep in mind, this is first grade. And I freaked out and went home and asked my Mimi, who's my grandmother, if it was true, and sternly looked her in the eye. You're going to tell me.
Mimi?
We're having real talk, adult talk right here. So, and, she answered my question, and so that now woman's name is forever stuck in my brain as being the person that that told me such a terrible lie.
And we found this out, actually, just, we're pretty close here. I told Maggie about my son, who's in kindergarten, announced it to his entire class, and we had the teacher call us at home, and she immediately, that story came to her mind so quickly, and she knew that person's name she would never forget. I was like, surely people won't remember this happening as they get older, but apparently they will.
You do.
Because Maggie still remembers that first grader. So do you have a favorite moment, a favorite childhood moment?
Favorite moment?
No, nothing. None pops ahead. I like that terrible Santa Claus moment, though. That's a good one.
That's so great.
How about favorite book?
Favorite book? Oh my gosh. I don't read.
You don't read?
Kidding. I read lots
I thought
of
you
things.
were a reader. Yeah.
I am a reader. I do read, but it's so hard to pick a favorite.
What kind of genres do you typically go to?
Oh, the chick lit. It's now defined as chick lit.
What is a chick lit?
So it's chick literature.
Okay.
So it's not romance novel.
Oh, that's my first thought.
No, it's not that extreme. But it's like Nicholas Sparks kind of.
Oh, okay. My wife reads those. It's not like the vampire Twilight type books, is it? Okay. All right.
That's still like teen fiction.
Gotcha. Wow, is it really?
Not really.
How about favorite sport? This last one. Favorite sport.
Favorite sport to watch or to play?
Let's hear both.
Okay, so to watch, I love college football. Go, War Eagle, go Auburn. Let's go. I'm from the South, big SEC family. So, of course, got to cheer on my Auburn Tigers. And then to play, I would have to say, well, actually, I'm undefeated in basketball.
Are you really?
Career. Yep, I played 2 years of intramural basketball.
Wow.
Undefeated.
We actually, so you guys know, have in the past played basketball in the office. Everyone, male and female, played, and
Females played.
they did. They did.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we had at least two at one point that played with us. So might have to do that again. That's good to know.
You couldn't handle this.
Whoa. All right. Also, my favorite part about you is that you're a Braves fan.
Oh yes.
So
go Braves.
That's my favorite and most important fact that I know about you, is that you're a Braves fan, which I am as well. All right, so here's a good one. I can't look at these anymore, first of all, but a little jealous. A little jealous is what it really is. But can you tell us something about you that maybe nobody knows, or maybe no one in the office has really gotten to know about you, or maybe even just the public doesn't know a lot about you. So tell us something that maybe is unique about you.
So,
I know that you have an interesting middle name.
I do, and it's kind of gotten out in the office. I think one of the sales reps in our New Hampshire office is trying to make it a thing.
Uh-oh.
He was given a task of making it a thing.
He was given a task. Our sales office, hard at work. No, I'm kidding. They're good people.
My nickname is Meech.
Okay.
Which is interesting in itself, but it's because my middle name is Beach.
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 Like the sandy area on the coast.
Spelled
Okay.
the same way, Beach. It's a tradition in my family to take the maiden name of a grandmother and make it a middle name. And so it was my grandmother's maiden name is Beach.
Oh, very interesting.
So I have a very strong name.
It's kind of an awesome name.
Yeah. So
Now,
it's awesome now. It wasn't in middle school.
I was about to ask you, was that a negative or a positive in middle school, high school?
Very negative.
Very negative.
So, but hey, I own it.
How do you make fun of Beach?
We can't talk about that.
Okay. All right. So one of the things that a lot of people like to know about us is how did we get to where we are now? So what are some of the things, and I think we kind of touched on this a little bit before, but what were some of the things, whether things that you did in college, or what was some of the things that got you to where you're at right now?
Well, I graduated with a business management degree, and I think that definitely has helped because I learned a lot of the administrative aspects of my job in college with, the reports and projects that we had to do, and just always being on top of what I need to do, making a to-do list. I'm a big fan of sticky notes. They're all over my desk. I know there's better ways to do it, so people say, but I still like my sticky notes. And just making sure that you're detail-oriented and organized, and however you have to do that, whether it's by sticky notes, OneNote, other products, make it happen.
If it's a note, you probably own it in some way.
Yes.
Okay. One other fun fact I think it's worth mentioning here, and you might have seen pictures of this through our social media outlets, but Maggie also is very festive around holidays. What did you do for Christmas here?
Oh, so I made my computer screen look like it was a fireplace and like had a chimney and everything.
Yeah.
And of course, everybody was so shocked about it. It only took one box to make this. So, and actually, Devin helped me cut it out before he knew what I was doing. But yes, it was pretty festive and fun, and made it nice and cozy. A nice cozy December.
And we still have lights up. And,
Still have Christmas tree lights up. I feel like that needs to stay up year round. They're not just Christmas decorations; they're year-round decorations.
They're just beautiful. That's all there is to it.
They make you smile every day, I bet.
Yep,
oh.
Sure. I'm smiling now. Well, Maggie, thanks for taking the time again here to interview with us. I think it's great. People are able to learn a little bit about you. Join us again next time for our next session, where you can learn a little bit about our other Pragmatic Works employees. You just met Maggie Goodhart today. My name is Devin Knight, and we look forward to you watching our next interview.